Alright, today I'm sharing my list of the 35 greatest jazz pianists of all time. This is a definitive list, but not a ranked one. There's no number one here, just 35 absolute masters of the instrument. For each pianist, I'll break down what makes their playing so unique and then recommend one album that I think represents them brilliantly. We're starting out with McCoy Tyner. Tyner's playing is powerful and deeply percussive, built around quartal harmony and those huge rolling left-hand chords. There's a density to his sound that almost feels orchestral, but it never loses that grounding in the blues. Every phrase feels deliberate, like it's carrying weight. If you want to understand his sound, go straight to the real McCoy. Mary Lou Williams was constantly evolving. Her playing moved seamlessly from stride and boogie-woogie into more modern harmonic territory. She adapted across eras while helping shape them. You can hear that range on her album Black Christ of the Andes. Teddy Wilson represents swing piano at its most refined. His playing is elegant, polished, and full of crystal clear melodic lines. There's a smoothness and balance that brings a classical grace into jazz. A great example is the album Prez and Teddy. Next up is Herbie Hancock. Hancock combines classical precision with advanced harmonic thinking. But what really sets him apart is his versatility. He can move from acoustic jazz to funk to electronic textures without ever sounding out of place. His playing is always evolving, always pushing forward. A perfect place to hear that is his album Maiden Voyage. Art Tatum is one of the most astonishing musicians in jazz history. His style is defined by almost superhuman technique, lightning fast runs, dense harmonic ideas, and total command of the keyboard. He was experimenting with advanced substitutions and bitonality long before they became common. You can hear that brilliance on his album Piano Starts Here. Oscar Peterson brings a completely different kind of power. His playing is rooted in swing, but elevated by incredible speed and precision. His right hand is famously fearless. But what really stands out is how he combines that virtuosity with a deep blues feeling. A great example of that is his album Night Train. Bud Powell essentially redefined jazz piano. His style centers on translating bebop language to the piano. Fast, horn-like lines in the right hand, with sparse, rhythmic support in the left. That approach became the blueprint for modern jazz piano. You can hear it take shape on the album named The Amazing Bud Powell Volume 1. Then there's Thelonious Monk, completely unique. His playing is angular, percussive, and full of unexpected dissonance. He uses silence as much as sound, and what might initially feel awkward quickly reveals itself as deeply intentional. A great place to start is the album Monk's Dream. Keith Jarrett is all about pure, spontaneous expression. His playing flows in long, emotional arcs, combining a classic touch with a deeply personal, almost spiritual intensity. There's a sense that anything can happen at any moment. That's captured beautifully on his album The Cone Concert. Ahmad Jamal understood the power of space. His style is built on restraint, using silence, dynamics, and subtle rhythmic shifts to create tension and release. It's incredibly controlled and incredibly effective. That approach is clear on his album The Awakening. Bill Evans brings a quieter, more introspective voice. His style is lyrical and harmonically rich, drawing heavily from classical music. He creates a conversational atmosphere where every note feels considered and connected. A perfect example is his album Sunday at the Village Vanguard. Duke Ellington approached the piano like a composer. His playing is sparse but purposeful, using harmony and rhythm to shape the overall sound like an orchestra. Even at the piano, he's thinking like a band leader. You can hear that on his album Ellington at Newport. Erroll Garner brought personality and swing. His left hand drives a steady pulse, while the right hand lags slightly behind the beat, creating a unique, almost playful feel. His sound is instantly recognizable. You can hear it on his album Concert by the Sea. Horace Silver is all about groove and melody. His style blends blues and gospel influences into catchy, memorable lines. It's direct, rhythmic, and deeply rooted in feel. That's perfectly captured on his album Song for My Father. Kenny Barron represents balance and control. His playing blends deep knowledge of bebop with a light lyrical touch. Everything feels natural, fluid, and perfectly placed. A great place to hear that is his album Wanton Spirit. George Cable's brings clarity and warmth. His style balances strong swing with melodic sensitivity. There's a sparkle to his touch, but also a grounded sense of harmony that really comes through on his album Morning Song. Chick Corea adds color and rhythmic precision. His playing blends classical influences, jazz language, and Spanish elements into something vibrant and energetic. It feels playful but incredibly detailed. You can hear that on his album Now He Sings, Now He Sobs. Tommy Flanagan is a master of understatement. His lines are clean, logical, and beautifully constructed. He never overplays. Everything is balanced and intentional. A great example is his album Overseas. Red Garland brought elegance to hard bop. His block chord style and smooth touch create a sound that sits somewhere between sophistication and bluesy soul. That's on full display in his album A Garland of Red. Fats Waller represents the height of stride piano. His powerful left hand and lively right hand create a full orchestral sound, often infused with humor and personality. You can hear it on the album Handful of Keys. Andrew Hill takes a more abstract approach. His playing is fragmented, rhythmically complex, and often unpredictable. He challenges traditional structure in a very distinctive way. That's clear on his album Point of Departure. Cecil Taylor pushes the piano to its limits. His style is intense and percussive, treating the instrument almost like a drum kit. It's dense, fast, and completely uncompromising. You can experience that on the album Unit Structures. Dorothy Donegan combines virtuosity with showmanship. Her playing moves effortlessly between classical technique, stride, and boogie-woogie, all delivered with power and personality. A great example is the album The Dorothy Donegan Trio. Duke Jordan is subtle and melodic. His style is restrained and elegant, with each note chosen carefully. There's a quiet emotional depth to his playing. You can hear that on the album Flight to Denmark. Dave Brubeck brings structure and innovation. His playing is built on strong rhythmic ideas and unusual time signatures, creating a distinctive, almost architectural feel that's best heard on the album Time Out. Wynton Kelly is all about feel. His touch is crisp and rhythmic, with a natural bounce that makes everything groove. His playing is deeply rooted in the blues. A perfect example is the album Kelly Blue. Count Basie proves that less is more. His sparse, perfectly placed notes drive the music forward without ever overwhelming it. It's all about timing and feel. You can hear that on the album The Atomic Mr. Basie. Cedar Walton balances power and refinement. His playing combines strong rhythmic drive with a polished, structured approach. It's confident and controlled, and that really comes through on his album Cedar. Hank Jones plays with effortless elegance. His touch is light, precise, and supported by impeccable timing. Everything feels smooth and balanced. A great example is his album At the Village Vanguard. Earl Hines was a true innovator. His trumpet-style phrasing uses bold right-hand lines that cut through, supported by a rhythmically free left hand. You can hear that on his album The Real Earl Hines. Barry Harris keeps bebop alive. His playing is fluid and logical, deeply rooted in bebop tradition, with a strong rhythmic bounce. That's captured on the album Luminescence. Sonny Clark defines hard bop piano. His style combines dark, bluesy lyricism with a strong rhythmic drive. It's both gritty and refined. A great place to start is the album Cool Struttin'. Jaki Byard brings incredible versatility. He moves between styles effortlessly, from stride to avant-garde, often within a single performance. You can hear that range on the album The Jaki Byard Experience. Ray Bryant adds gospel and soul. His playing is grounded, expressive, and driven by a powerful left hand with clear melodic phrasing. That's on display in the album Little Susie. And finally, Joe Sample. His style blends jazz, gospel, and R&B into a relaxed, groove-focused sound that still carries harmonic sophistication. You can hear that beautifully on the album named Carmel. So that's my list. 35 of the greatest jazz pianists of all time. If there's someone you think should be on here, let me know in the comments. I'm always interested to hear different perspectives, and maybe I missed someone important. If you want to continue hanging out with me here on the channel, I'll pop a video in the corner for you to click on now. Other than that, I'd like to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.